Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome, Wednesday Wellness and Wisdom. This is Chantal. And today I want to talk about how to stop that is an emotional experience that becomes out of proportion. And we all have had those experiences. Something happens to us or someone else that causes an emotion to arise. And depending on what your background is, childhood express. And that's what drama is. So I compare it to a hot potato that you cannot hold in your hands. And you have to keep doing this because it will burn your hands. So drama is that there's an emotion that I have and I am unable to process it. And I just have to keep talking about it. And I have to talk to other people about it. And I have to make it also about other people. Very disempowering and very draining. And so the first thing to do when we find ourselves rehearsing, over talking, making somebody else is responsible for our feelings is to stop and realize that this is what we're doing. Step number one, notice where your energy is leaking out. The story you tell yourself, the story you tell others that makes you feel disempowered. So put a stop button on this one. That's number one. Number two, take a deep breath. There is something you need and want, or the other person has something they need or want. Now, the tricky part is if you are someone like me who works with people, a coach, a clinician, someone who actually has dedicated her life to empower, easy for people to I will start listening and I will say, well, tell me more. What's going on? And I will try to help people sort this out. Nothing bad about this, nothing wrong. But in the meantime, the question is, how much of coming with something or inside of you that is hard to handle? There's a need there. And I don't mean need in and if so, for how long? So we're talking about boundaries here. This is time and start. We cannot hold the emotion we have, and we need something from the other person, and we can't even say, hey, would you be willing to listen to me? Something happened. I have a hard time sorting it out. Could you help me? That would be the simplest way to go about creating boundaries for yourself and also respecting other people's time. So number three is having boundaries. Number one, stop the drama train. Number two, look for what is wanted or needed underneath the story. Number three, clear boundaries. Boundaries with yourself and boundaries with others. Boundaries with yourself means you carve out some time to figure out what is going on, or you reach out for support with a very clear request. That is, I have something to sort out. Can you please help me? If somebody is coming and dumping on you, and you realize you have a big heart, like I do, listen, you have the skills to sort it out, And then it keeps going on and on and on, right? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and that just happened to me the last week. I have a story like this. Someone who came to me day after day with the same story, recycled, maybe a different face, but the same story. So once you have that clear boundary, okay, I have 5 minutes to give you, I have half an hour, and then it passes that point, even for you, where you cannot resolve the issue. You have asked for help, or you're by yourself. The other person is asking you for help or not asking for help and just keeps talking to you about this issue. Step number 4 is to take a step back. Disengage from the drama. Trust that the other person is being held in a bigger picture. They will find their way. Up to this day, they have lived without you and they continue to do so. So let them figure it out, because maybe you've got nothing else to give. If it's your own story that is draining you, take a step back. That is, do whatever you need to do to stop thinking. This thinking machine, step number 4, is really about expanding in the bigger picture of your life. Lean back into the knowing that the universe is there to support you, and that who you are is not that teeny little moment, this little drama. So as you step back, whatever that is, meditate, go outside in nature, exercise, journal, pray if this is something that you do, ask for guidance, whatever that is, that's the leaning back. And if this is somebody you love very dearly and you feel like you've exhausted your resources, do the same for them. Tell them they need to chill. Tell them to take a break. Tell them to take a step back. And then step number 5, always come back to yourself. Where is your energy? Because we always have a certain amount of energy. It's not unlimited. And some of us cross that boundary too late. We get exhausted, we get sick, we have physical symptoms. Our body is talking to us. So go back to yourself and say, what do I need to replenish? Step number 5. Sometimes we need to pull away from that situation that we either are experiencing or the other person is kind of dumping on you. So basically, go back and resource yourself. So last week, I did not have Wednesday Wellness and Wisdom because I hit that place inside of me where I had nothing else to give. It was too late for me to even produce one more thing. So I'm inviting you to not let that happen. I get hooked. I get pulled into. I work in a field that people need help with. And there's a point in time where I need to balance my own personal needs and the other person's needs and wants. We are not the source of it all for everyone. We must be responsible for ourselves. Taking responsibility really means having the ability to respond. And in order to have the ability to respond, we must fill our own cup. So I'm going to review again the 5 steps. So the drama drain train. What I mean by this is something hooks you up emotionally. Either your own story, you have something going on with someone, a situation that you can't sort out, and you just keep thinking, and it's not getting you anywhere. And or somebody shows up with the same thing. So number 1 is to really be aware, become aware. This is what's happening. Awareness is very powerful. It's 50% of the game. Number 2, ask, what is the need or want in this moment? Underneath the story, something needs to happen. Words might need to be spoken. Something else, need for rest, need for respect. We go along the lines of values, physical needs, everything. So basically number 2 is just identify what is really going on here and what do I need. And number 3 is to really meet that need, to create the boundary that we need in order to fulfill that need. Number 4, if we cannot do this, create what we need, implement it, take a step back, disengage from the drama. And number 5, resource yourself no matter what. Create time in your day where you have time to yourself. So you have what's called a preemptive approach. You're looking ahead. You already know yourself. You know the people that tend to maybe come in unconsciously. No one wants to do this consciously, but it happens. And then you basically make the choice. I'm going to spend X amount of time with this person, or I'm going to say no to that. And you review your day and see and make choices around your schedule, around your time, around your energy. And this changes day by day, sometimes minute by minute. It's okay to say no. I often say to my clients, no is a complete sentence. No need to justify, no need to excuse, no need to anything. No is a complete answer. So if you want to know more about this, you can visit yes2mylifeacademy.com. There's a link to book a session with me, if at no cost. If you want to have a look at this into your life, where are you draining your energy? Maybe you already are there. Maybe you already are sick and you want to come back up and regain energy. That could be for you. Stop the drama drain train. No one is going to do this for you. And it's really about self-empowerment, not being a victim of your life and really being the person who is in the driver's seat of their life and make decisions in terms of what works and what doesn't work. So until next week, again, I hope you have a wonderful week. And please feel free to comment in the comment box if you have any comments. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Thank you.